Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm talking about. What is happening, people? Hey guys, we are at Kerr Lake again today. Today is Friday. Man, it's supposed to be hot today. And Dennis, that guy right there, he said he used to paint for him right there. Anyway, we're gonna do a little catfishing first thing. We're here a little bit earlier today than we were the other day. We got some live crappie there in the live well. We're gonna cut up for bait. Lake is still up. We got a little run, and we may even do a little crappie fishing today before it's all over with. Anyway, guys, come along with us, and I hope you enjoy the video. All right, guys. Okay, guys. So what I'm doing right now is I stopped out on the little deeper water and got everything rigged up. I still got to get the net out. Y'all ain't gonna believe what I did. So I went to Farmer Lake yesterday, caught, I don't know, about 6 or 8 crappie, put them on the ice, had them in the refrigerator so they'd be nice and fresh this morning. And anyway, I had about 6 or 7 live ones in the live well. I kept live with the aerator last night. And doggone, forgot my ones I had iced down, so I had to cut one of the fresh ones up, which that's okay too. And anyway, that's what happens at 4:30 in the morning when you're half asleep. So right now what I'm doing, I've came out of some deep water. Water drops off pretty deep back there. What I'm doing is just easing down this rocky bank here, trying to stay at around 16 foot. The other day looked like 16 to 20 foot was kind of the target area of where the fish were. I switched and put a float right down close to the hook. Don't know if that's going to hurt me or help me, but when I'm moving across these humps, so you got deeper water here, you got a rocky hump, and I move across that hump, sometimes I don't get it set quite close enough, and if it's not quite close enough, sometimes I get hung up. And you know, the alternative is to, you know, drag across here. And we may drag some today, not sure. I'm gonna just try what I did the other day and just vertical jig back. That's probably the easiest for most people. They come here to Kerr Lake, just want to catch some fish, it's just kind of vertical jig. Now many people come here and they ride the lake and they find a lot of shad suspended out over deep water, and a lot of times those bigger catfish will be just swimming right up underneath those huge schools of shad, and then they'll just drop baits down to wherever they see those big signatures are. That's a method too. But this seems to work pretty good. Come back around these rocky banks, rocky underwater banks, and what those catfish are doing there, they're feeding on those aquatic mussels. They're eating those mussels off of those rocks. So maybe we'll get a taker here in a few minutes. There we go. Got one on this one right here. Uh-oh. There he is. He didn't even hardly fight, y'all. Yeah, he didn't even hardly fight. We're being lethargic this morning. There he goes. There he wants to cut up a little bit. The old blue cat. All right, we'll get a weight on this rascal. 8.5. 846. Maybe you get a good look at him there. 846. Turn it back. It's got bluish. All right, we got another one. He's so wrapped up. He's wrapped Man, that rascal's wrapped up. Come on. There you go. Now he's cutting up. Get him out there where he can swim around. He done wrapped himself all up. Brr. Come on. Now that was on the live brim, you know. Alright, here's a second one. Didn't even know he was on. He hit the live crappie. Boom. And he had wrapped himself up so tight, I guess he couldn't swim, couldn't tell it was a fish actually on the line. Anyway, boom, another one there, about 8 pounds probably. Turn him back, grow another day. Boom, that's what I'm talking about. Now look, when we first pulled up here on this point, this little underwater point, man, it was a pile of catfish here. This boat got close to them, them jokers was gone. So I don't know if they sense the electronics. You can hear it, listen. The fish know when a boat gets close, so we may wind up having to back off and cast to these fish, let it settle to the bottom. But anyway, for those who want to know what they look like on live scope, so this is a little bit of brush, but these should be the catfish we're after. Right here, they just stacked all over this point right here. That's what they look like. There it goes. Oh yeah. It's a little bit better one right here, y'all. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm talking about. I ain't seen him yet, y'all. Oh, there he is. That's a good one. There's a good one. Yeah. Good hook set right top of the nose. Yeah, that's getting a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Oh, they're getting better. Getting better, y'all. Boom. Well, look, let me tell you. You always go catch a fish when you're busy doing something else besides fishing. I had to get some sunblock on because it's going to be hot today. I said, well, I'm going to take this time. Been a little lull here for the last few minutes. Take a little time. Put my sunblock on. Look, I got half of one arm done, both legs, and boom, rod went down. But anyway, hey, we'll take it. All right, I'm gonna finish putting my sunblock on. So what I've been doing is just bumping around these underwater points, just kind of coming around in the deep water, letting it swing right back up against the edge, and getting bit that way. And so we're gonna work these couple of points right here. It's getting about 8:30 now. The other day when I was here, after about 10 o'clock, it got pretty thin, so we got a 2-hour more window to work these fish. Anyway, looking for one, I'm gonna call it. I'm looking for one over 25 pounds. Don't know if I'll get it, but we got one 8, then we got one 13, and then got that one was over 18, so We slowly working our way that way. Yeah, he's still on. Oh yeah, it's a little bit better. He's all wrapped up too. Oh, go on, cut up here. We got him now. We got him now. Oh, boom. This weighs about 13.5 pounds. Back in the water. There she goes for another day. Oh, boom! That's what I'm talking about. I don't think it's the big one. He's a nice little cat. Yeah. Nice little cat too. He just probably bring him right up in the boat. Cut up there a little bit. Oh man, yeah. Pooped all over the place, y'all. He pooped all over the place. Well, he's a good eating size catfish if you like eating catfish. Boom! Go on back down there and grow some more. Boom! Hey, let's go catch another fish. You know, the rig that I'm using is pretty straightforward, a Carolina rig. I've got 6 and 8 foot aught circle hooks. I like the circle hooks. You know, you don't get the fish hung way down in his throat. If you don't have circle hooks, you don't have necessarily. If you're keeping fish, it really doesn't matter. But you know, I'm not keeping any fish today. So that circle hook just allows a good hook set in the corner of the mouth, roof of the mouth. I've had some really good hook sets right in the roof of the mouth. That's really good. Had some skin catches too. I'm using about a 24 to a 32 inch leader. Been trying to be careful and keep up with my bait height just off the bottom. Like I said, most of the fish, I've caught some about 14, 15 foot, some in about 20 foot. We're actually sitting on a hump, rocky hump right now, and it is roughly 17, 18 foot deep. There's a lot of underwater boulders here on this particular point. Well, a lot of these points is the same way. So these catfish are just scattered all over the place. And when I pulled up on the point, I could see catfish just scattered across the top. And I literally, just because they're here don't mean they're gonna bite. I literally could see a school of them, 6 or 7 of them, and I pitched a bait right out in them and watched it go down to it. 2 or 3 of them swam over to the bait, smelt it, turned, went right back off. So not necessarily is a catfish gonna bite. But you know, if you go to enough places, hopefully you'll get bit. Let me wind this rod up. Yeah, I'm doing that grunt again, ain't I? Oh yeah. You don't feel too bad. Oh yeah. Oh, he liked that old crappie head, didn't he? Slide that old rascal right up in the net right there. Get up in that net. Missed him, y'all. We got him now. We got him now. About six. Somewhere in there, about 6 or 7 pounds. Boom. Yeah. Let him go back in the water. Hey guys, we're getting ready to end the video. All in all, it's a pretty good catfish morning. As it was last Monday, it was kind of an early morning thing. After about 10 o'clock, man, it got slow. I checked some underwater humps and some points. I moved around quite a bit in the last little bit just looking. And I found some humps that had a lot of catfish on, but you know, I only put a couple of rods out and I moved around pretty quick. Didn't get any takers, but there's a lot of catfish everywhere. I stopped and fished a brush pile for some crappie. The brush pile was plumb full of catfish. They were just moving all in and around it. Probably one of the reasons the crappie didn't bite better than they did, because of all those predator fish around. Anyway, guys, you remember, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Don't forget to hit the like button and click the notification bell so you don't miss an episode of Wildlife Adventures. And as always, you remember, it's a wild life, and I'll see you on the water.